I am Bams, and I am your storyteller, and I am joined by my wonderful cast.
I'm Jupiter, and I play Missy, the forever teen misunderstood emo Malkavian.
Hi, I'm Oz. I play Arthur Subchak, the Nosferatu.
I'm Tom, and I play Jimmy, the best Toreador from the 80s.
And hi, I'm Super Cookie. I am playing Coco.
Jimmy heads off to his Taco Bell to rage sleep because his coterie hates him for no good reason. He's trying to make things better. They're the problem.
Leaving the three of you standing in front of the Forever 21.
Missy's gonna look at Art. That look that says this isn't over kind of a look. She'll walk into the Forever 21 and start straightening up the mess that Jimmy created.
Art's gonna nod. He knows that look. And he knows she's right. And he's got enough of a history of hooliganism and juvenile mischief to know that this is only the opening salvo in a war that nobody's going to win, but it might be somewhat entertaining and teach a few lessons along the way. And he'll go in and start helping straighten up as well. He wants that ruined canvas that Coco threw at Jimmy. He's got plans for that later.
First thing that Coco is going to do is just look down at her pretty dress, used to be whatever, and like her fucked up hands. Missy, it's okay. You can leave that. Would you mind giving me a hand though?
Missy will look over at her with what?
I don't think I can work the zipper.
Glance at Art and then, yeah, sure. And then lead the way. Kind of tell her, where do you want to go change? I assume you're not going to drop trout in front of Art.
No, I have changing rooms.
She'll follow you back there, and once you get ready, she's trying, she's being very gentle, but she's also trying not to touch you, startle you, spook you in any way. So it's very slow and deliberate as she unzips that for you.
That's probably the nicest that I've been treated in a couple days. So probably hear just a little sniffle.
So when it's unzipped, she'll kind of hear the sniffle and she'll go, well, do you need anything else?
No. Thank you. I really don't like it when people touch, my art, and thanks. I guess you can be all right.
Since I did you a favor, can you do one for me?
Yeah, I mean that's how it works, right?
Mm-hmm. Do you mind if I crash here tonight?
Oh, no, yeah, that's totally fine. I have a couple rooms, changing rooms. I see I set up in that one right there is kind of my little bedroom or whatever, but you can have whatever. The other one over there has some clothes in it. You can borrow them if you want.
No, I'll just stay out front by the door. I'll be fine just up against a wall. Don't worry about it. Thanks, though.
No, yeah. I have an extra pillow. Do you want a soft blanket? And I'm just handing things. I can make it more comfortable for you.
This is fine. Just I'll go get set up, finish cleaning up out there. You take your time back here. And she'll leave with the arms full of a pillow and a blanket. Go back out to the front. Continue cleaning stuff up. I don't know if Art's still there.
Art is. He stopped cleaning. He's got the canvas rolled up in one hand. He's got his arms crossed, cigarettes in the other, kind of leaning against the wall. He's Missy come out with all this other stuff, and he just kind of tilts his head. Did not think we would be doing full redesign this evening. I need at least a week before my blueprints come back.
Nah, I asked her if I could just crash here tonight, and she'll drop the pillow and blanket against a wall, pretty much opposite the front doorway, the entry to the storefront. Just gonna stay here tonight.
In the Forever 21. Why is that?
She'll look out that doorway the way Jimmy walked away, just in case.
Art will follow her line of eyesight. That slouch just straightens for a second. Instead of slouching back, he kind of hunches his shoulders forward. There's just like that bit of steel in his spine. I understand. I will leave few things here just in case.
What will those things be?
I thought a 9mm pistol and emergency phone. Maybe a stick?
I mean, a steak might come in handy. See? We think alike.
I will leave stick, emergency phone, and set of those zip ties the policemen use when there is riot outside. But other thing I think I will do is use the super glue on the Taco Bell gate so he cannot get it up. Besides, he can't do that unless Carol's around anyway.
She's gonna get quiet and take a couple steps towards Art. We have to do something about this.
I know. I don't know how much of it is him and how much of it is her. And the way he says it, he makes it clear he's not talking about Coco. There are many changes we have to make.
Then we take care of the one thing, and if that doesn't improve his mood, we correct him permanently.
I agree. I know you agree. You were the one who gave the idea. Give me a few nights, I will have plan.
And I don't care what Jimmy says. Coco's friend is not the big issue at hand. Cheshire's, I don't know, making an army? Just going to come back on us. This is the bigger problem. And the fact that I'm recognizing it more than Jimmy is, that's a bigger problem.
Yes, I know. Listening to Cheshire talk about the shovelhead party, and now hearing you say this same thing. No, there is definitely something we will have to prioritize. But, depending on how it shakes out, maybe we can kill many birds with one stone.
All right. You have 3 days. She'll turn around and walk back over to where she has that blanket and pillow on the floor and kind of set it up to get ready to bed down for the day.
The second she turns around to fix her bed, Art's gone. But it's not long after when another cell phone and a couple of zip ties that are just like already pre-tied. All I have to do is slip them around the hands and pull the cord. And it's a surprisingly well designed. It's got the little indents that make it easier to grip. And I think probably the most chilling part about it is that if Missy fits it to her hand, it fits really, really well. Like somebody's been creepily taking like notes about like hand sizes.
Once those items come back, Missy's going to get those kind of hidden behind her pillow under her blanket, but the steak is going to be very much close to her within a very easy grab. And she will just sit with her back against the wall, staring at that doorway, just waiting to see if anything happens during the day.
The time will slowly pass, and each of you will die that little death as the sun comes up. Coco, did you want to heal the damage that you took from being punched in the face?
Well, I know that we talked about it at the party when Jimmy taught me how to heal myself, but I'm still kind of hoping that by sleeping overnight, I'll just heal like in the movies and stuff. And if it didn't
Sure.
heal when I woke up in the morning, then I would be pissed. Or at night when I woke up, I would be pissed and I would heal myself.
So when you wake up in the morning, you just like take your tongue and stick it up in the corner of your mouth where you lost a tooth, and it is still missing.
Are my hands still monster hands?
They are.
I'm going to try and concentrate really hard to fix my face
Mhm.
and like my hands.
As you sit there and you concentrate, you push, and you feel in real time as a tooth is pushed out of your jaw and into position where the rest of your teeth are and where it lines up. And you don't breathe anymore, but you get that feeling as though you're out of breath, and it's just kind of like a little bit of a rush. And combined with just waking up, you realize that you are very hungry. Very, very hungry.
Well, I'm going to go looking for some dinner. I'm not waiting for them. I wonder if Missy's up yet. I should probably like do like a sneak. That way I don't wake her.
And as you try to be quiet and head out into the front of the Forever 21, how does she find Missy still in the day sleep?
Leaning against a wall, I'm sitting on the blanket. The pillow is kind of off to the side of her. One of her hands is under that pillow. Don't know if she's asleep or not.
Coco, that's what you see, and it looks like there is a corpse on the floor of the Forever 21.
That's fucking creepy. I wonder if I look like that. Like, she legit looks like she's dead. Gross. All right, well, just sneakily to the door.
Going around, you're going to see that there are a couple of people here. It's looking more and more like the mall that you remember from back when you were looking to score some drugs. Looks like some of those dealers and businesses come back, and I'm going to assume you stuff your monster hands into your hoodie, something that you are wearing.
Ew, holy shit, they didn't fix when I fixed my tooth?
No.
That's like bad news bears, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so definitely big oversized hoodie with like monster hands in the pocket. I want to go down by like the food court because I know that like somebody disappeared down there, so I could probably make somebody disappear, right?
You are welcome to try. You will see in the food court there are some of those 80s losers like Jimmy that are just hanging around.
I want to head towards like the bathrooms just to see like if there's anybody alone in the bathroom. That would make it easier.
Are you going to try and creep up on them if there is? What's your method of attack here?
I just want to walk in like quietly because I'm not like, in the woods or whatever. But like, definitely if I see somebody, I want to try and make sure that they're like alone in the bathroom before I do a grabby.
And as you come down into the side hallway that leads down to the bathrooms, there are a man and a woman's room. And you hear the sound of a flush from one of them. Going into the men's room, you're going to see one of the guys. He's wearing like a leather jacket. He is currently standing at one of the sinks with the water running.
I just want to look. Do I hear anyone else in the bathroom?
You don't. Just hear the water running and him fighting with one one of those big slides on the paper towel machine that goes cha-chunk, cha-chunk as he's trying to get it to get out. It seems to be jammed.
Yeah, those things never work right.
Never.
I'm fucking hungry, so I want to tackle him and drag him into one of the stalls. Do a bite.
He'll take one of his damp hands with the paper towel that he finally got out of the machine, and he'll go to wipe it on the messed up dirty mirror that's in the men's room. And as he does, there are just monster hands on his shoulders, and before he can comprehend what is happening, there are fangs in his neck, and he is being dragged backwards into one of the stalls.
It just really tastes so good after, like, the couple fucking days that I've had. Is he on any drugs?
I don't know. Jimmy, how many of your Watchmen dudes, or I guess more so than Jimmy, how many of the coteries Watchmen dudes are on drugs regularly?
Well, alcohol and cigarettes are always just about. Like, a light buzz from beers is probably constant. But that's not probably what you're talking about. I'm sure there's a couple that will, do coke to get through the night.
Apparently this was one of the ones that needs a little assistance in getting through the evening. As you can feel it, you can taste it. It tastes a little different than the people you were sampling last night, but there's something else in there, and it's wonderful.
Sweet. I want to kill him. I want to drink all of it.
You are welcome to do so. I don't know if I would want to stop you, but...
Probably not after the last 24 hours I've had, honestly. Like, I already have monster hands.
And you will drink, and he is limp in your hands, and you can feel his heartbeat starting to get slower and slower and slower.
I make sure to clean up after myself. I lick his neck, that way there's no holes or whatever. And then I just put some, like, paper towels and, like, toilet paper and shit, like, on him and, like, shut the door to the stall. Straighten up, make sure I look cute in the mirror.
With your monster hands?
Well, I mean, like, the rest of it's, like, not a bad picture, is what I'm saying.
You walk back out into the mall. Are you going to do anything for the next, let's say, 45 minutes as you are content, sated? You feel wonderful. You have a buzz going, and you're not hungry at all.
That, like, shitty pond, I kind of want to go dance around the, like, wall of that, like, shitty pond and stuff and just hang out outside because it's nice to be outside sometimes.
Oh, like outside the actual mall?
I mean, like, I'm not allowed to leave, but, like, I can go there, right?
I'm just making sure whether or not you are going outside of the building to where the sun may still be.
There's no sun. I'm awake. I'm wide awake. Is it sunny out there? That's so weird. I'm not supposed to be awake when there's sunshine.
So as you walk down the hallway to head towards the doors, you're going to see that there is some light that is coming in through the door. And you feel it as you see some rays of light outside. That extra anger, the extra emotion behind it wells up again, but this time it's fear. Something inside you is telling you not to go out there, but you can still go out there if you wanted.
No, definitely no. Fuck, I'll just, like, there used to be, like, an old pet store or something in the mall, maybe. Like, animals calm me down, like, maybe I'll go in there and see if there's any, like, mice left running around this. I don't know. Just, like, something. I need to fucking chill. Ugh.
Do you want to attempt to find some mice and, like, call them to you? Some rats and things? Or do you want to just go in there and hang out?
I don't want to call any animals to me. I just want to go in there and be around where the animals used to be. Is there an actual working, like, pet situation in your mall?
Not anymore. There probably was at one point, but it's been shut down for probably 6 years.
Go near the dumpsters. You'll find some rats.
I can't go outside. Outside's scary. It's not cool out there. I'll just, like, sit near, like, the animal stuff. Maybe mess with the old squeaker.
I imagine there's like a bum who has a pet dog that he keeps with him.
Yeah, that sounds good. Just like sitting out front. As you start approaching the old pet store, you just hear a very sad and defeated, or perhaps well-used, squeak toy going off.
Yeah, so excited about that. I wanna like see if I can see the dog.
Yeah, as you come around the corner, there is an older man that is wrapped up in clearly homeless attire, laying on the ground asleep, and there is the dog laying next to him, chewing on an old T-bone steak.
Oh, the T-bone steak squeaker, and like half the paint's off because it's so old. He probably ate it. It's so cute. I'm just gonna sit, as close to him as the dog will let me. And I'll tell him he's a good boy and see if he'll let me do some pets.
Do you want to try and talk to him?
Yeah, I'm just telling him, like, he's a good boy.
And as you come in and you start cooing sweet nothings to this dog, it will look up and pay attention to you, but not necessarily just the way that dogs do when there's a noise, but actually understanding your words. Is there anything you're trying to get out of this dog, or that you want to have a conversation?
No, I just want to tell him that he's a good boy and promise him that I'll bring him a real steak. I'll go get it for him, and maybe a new squeaker, because this one, it seems a better. If it's your favorite, I think that you can keep it, but I'll get you more squeakers because you're just a good boy.
He's very excited about more squeakers. He's very excited about more steak. He will let you pet him with your monster hands.
Yeah, and then I'll just hang out there for as long as I can. I'm enjoying him. He's my buddy. What's his name? He's a dog, so his name's probably Good Boy, is what he tells me, right?
You know what? Yes, his name is Good Boy because everybody calls him Good Boy because he is a good boy and he does everything he can to be a good boy, so he is Good Boy.
Oh, you are a good boy. I love you.
Your quiet, peaceful time is interrupted by the blasting of 80s music from down in the food court as everybody else begins to become mobile.
Jimmy puts on the best of music, as always. And starting off with some Billy Idol today. Rebel Yell. Good start. And he heads off to Madame Fina's, as he does every evening.
Missy's awoken by the music and gets up, looks around the place, probably kind of forgetting that she has stayed not in her place. Grabs all the stuff that Art had brought the night before, puts it on her person, and goes to check on Coco to see where she is. So she goes back, I guess, to the fitting rooms.
Not there.
Pull the phone out, text Art. Coco's not at the Forever 21. Do you see her?
Text back. 1 sec. Let's check his cameras.
Sure. It takes you a couple of seconds, but you will spot her outside of the old pet store with the homeless guy that hangs out there and the dog. Just sitting down, giving it some pets.
Text back. She's outside KB Pets with old Sweeney and Ripper.
Text back Kay, and she'll walk out of the Forever 21 She'll head to the food court, but she'll go by way of the old pet store.
If Jimmy and Missy see each other in their crossing, do they stop or do they just keep walking to their destinations?
Jimmy's going to be friendly and just say, "Good evening, miss."
Oh, Missy's just totally ignoring him and just walking to the food court and grabbing a seat.
That's normal. She must be in a better mood.
Jimmy, you come up to Madame Fina's and the lights aren't on. And there doesn't seem to be anything going on inside. There doesn't seem to be any signs of foul play, but she's not here.
Yeah, Jimmy's going to look through the door and be a little disappointed that she's not there, but knocks on the window a bit, see if she's just not there. Looks around for a note, because she's done that before. There's nothing.
There's nothing.
God, that's a little worrying. Maybe we should check on her, make sure. Jimmy doesn't even know where she lives, so...
Yeah, some friend.
Oh my goodness. You should probably find out where she lives so he can check on her, make sure she's safe in the future. For now, though, he'll just head back to the food court.
Art, are you going to join them, or are you doing something from where you are?
I've already cycled through some of the cameras. It's time to cycle through the rest of them, check my messages.
Things of interesting note. Coco gets up and is active about an hour or so before sunset, unlike you guys. It's something that you've, I'm sure, noticed several times by now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you follow her? Do you just watch what she does, or?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do.
You will see her head down towards the bathrooms. You'll see, 4 or 5 minutes go by, and then you'll see her come out and head towards the exit and sharply turn around and decide that that's a bad idea, and then going and sitting with the dog. There is also a message from one of your callers, Carl.
Oh, Carl's got a good tip.
He's got a good tip that there has been a upswing in gang activity in the southern Springfield area. Not specifically in your area, but on the slight outskirts of the town. There have been a couple of vehicle-based shootouts on the highway in and out of town. He suspects that rival factions might be trying to traffic something in or out of town. Maybe drugs, maybe guns, maybe something else.
Well, that is certainly worth looking into.
Yeah, it is a unusual bit of criminal activity.
Maybe I will take Coco with me after we deal with this whole thing with Jade. No, we have to figure out what is going on first with Cheshire. Jade, then Cheshire, then I want to look at this business. Do a little bit more Nosferatuing, then I'll head to the food court.
Coco, how long you want to hang out up here, or do you want to do anything else?
No, I feel pretty good now, a little bit more calm, not so scared. A little buzzed, which is nice. And I can just sit here, chatting up this good boy. Because I don't really want to be around too many people, look at my hands, questions and stuff, right? So, and fuck those guys, Missy's the only one that's, being nice. Well, and Art is nice, but he's got a tracker on me, so I'm just gonna sit here.
And so you do. Missy and Jimmy, you guys are sitting in the food court having a hangout. What you up to?
I know we have plans for tonight, but anything specific? Do you know where we should look for our friendly neighborhood cat?
She's going to slowly look at him, turn her head to look at him, and sure, Art will have a way to find him. I don't know if I do.
I thought your vision quest would have shown us something.
Well, maybe your Madame Fina can help us.
Oh yeah, she's not here today. Do you know where she may have gone?
I don't know. Maybe she heard what an asshole you are and left.
Well, probably best for her.
Agreed.
I'll ask her tomorrow.
If she comes back.
You saying you did something to her?
Well, if I did something to her, you'd have found her. What's the point of doing it if I'm going to hide it from you?
Emotional turmoil?
Well, that implies you actually have emotions.
Well, of course I do. I love Carol.
Oh, God. She's going to get up, shove the chair away. I'm going to see if I can find Cheshire. She's going to walk back to where she sleeps. Try to do a premonition, force something to see if it'll happen.
Cool. Have fun.
What specifically are you trying to force a premonition of?
We have been hanging out. I feel we have a spiritual bond, a connection, and we are both Malkavian.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess, I don't know, like a dowsing rod of craziness.
So you're trying to figure out where he is, or where he's going to do, or what his...
Not what he's going to do. How can I find him? If he is creating this, en masse group of Malkavians, then I would think crazy loves crazy. Can I find that? Where would he build his new kingdom? Where would he put his new pack?
There's a hospital over in Magus Wechsler's territory that is got a psychiatric ward on it. It's a small ward. It's the Tender Hearts Medical Facility. It has rehab, but not just like physical rehab, but there is a drug program that is also there, and people who are dealing with psychological issues. You will see the sign there. Then you will see it shatter as though it is a pane of glass. The pieces will all fall to the ground. And then one by one, you will start to see the silhouettes of people rising up out of these shards of glass and slowly walking towards a point in the distance. You'll see that they are marching towards the shore. And when they get there, they will find a man that looks similar to Cheshire in silhouette. And then he leads them into the water. And then everything is calm for a moment until the water begins to surge and become active. And then you will see them coming out of the water. And carrying above their heads is a large fish with mutton chops and a stupid mustache. They throw it on the ground and they descend upon it and begin devouring it. If there are things that you would like to clarify, I would be happy to clarify.
So she can clearly see the sign reads Tender Hearts Hospital, and she's aware that it's something in Springfield.
Yes. You also specifically know that it is in Tremere territory. You don't get a sense on how soon this would be.
I don't know if it's past, present, or future. It's just a thing.
You get the feeling that it is a future thing. You know that Cheshire wakes up a good amount of time after you have.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not it is a today thing, a tomorrow thing, or sometime in the near future thing, hard to tell.
Okay. And the fish, what kind of fish is it?
It's the kind of fish with a mustache and mutton chops, kind of like the sheriff has.
No, I think I'm good on what I'm seeing.
Art will he'll finish Nosferatuing.
So you use your hunch and and you scroll back and you will see one of the leather jacket wearing goons that basically patrols the mall go in there 15, 20 minutes beforehand. And you likely know that this guy has a little bit of a something that he likes to do. Give him a little extra, little nose candy.
Ah, yes, the sweet sugar candy man. And I never saw him leave, did I?
Nope.
I had best go check on him. I guess I am going to the bathroom.
Well, you could have gone to the bathroom before you go looking for Coco.
Oh, yes, then that is what I will do.
And you would have found one of your men drained, dead.
This is bad for her, which means this is bad for me. I'm going to have to get him out of here, and I'm going to have to do it without anybody else knowing.
You are able to get this poor guy who kind of trusted you, kind of kept some of your secrets and kept you safe while you slept during the day. And then you plop his corpse unceremoniously down on your work table. The good news is you will have something to eat for a few nights.
Yes, well, I think I will need it sooner rather than later. I think you will have to have a private chat with Coco before meeting with everyone else. And so I will go find her, and I am going to end her fun times with Ripper the dog. He'll head to the food court by way of KB Pets. Art'll kind of stop there, and just out of sensory range and probably out of habit, he'll just kind of fade from sight. Going to give her a good minute. I like to watch the simple moments where people are just content and happy, you know? It is not something I've experienced in a very long time. It would be a shame to ruin it, and I have to.
You are such a good boy. Yes, a big, juicy steak. That's definitely what I'm going to bring you. A real steak. No, the smell good, the taste kind. I know, good boy. Best friends.
Art's gonna step out of his cloak and just kind of waves of light ripple around him, and he just goes from not there to there. So he walks up wearing just a bright red hoodie with yellow block lettering on it, says CCCP. He's just going to look down and he's going to say, Coco, I think you and I need to have a quick chat about your time in the powder room.
Okay. Sorry?
Come with me for a moment. And he's going to step further away from the food court.
I'll give one more good pat and good boy, and I'll see you later, and just do a follow. I'm fucking in trouble again. You guys, every 2 seconds. So that's really cool.
Yes, well, I am not going to raise my voice. I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm just disappointed. I feel I need to impress something. You remember during Elysium, they ask you the questions of the tenants of the Camarilla.
Yeah, and I did a good job, right? I did a good job.
You did a very good job. You remembered all of them. It was very nice. But remembering the words is one thing. Actually acting them is another. The first one is the masquerade.
I cleaned up. It's fine. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll do a better job. You saw the paper?
You still left a body, and this is the most important part. We do not leave bodies. Bodies cause people to ask questions. Difficult questions. Now, the person who is going to be asking the most difficult questions right now is Jimmy, because that was one of his men. Don't get me wrong. I feel like he had it coming. But when you feast, you do not take that last drop unless you are absolutely, positively certain that you are willing to take that life, and on top of that, willing to deal with the consequences not only to yourself, but to me as your sponsor.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's like when Jimmy knocked my tooth out, and then it didn't fix overnight, so I had to fix it myself, and it like really hurt, and my hands are still claws and stuff, so that didn't fix it. But I just got really hungry, and it's been like a really rough. I promise I'll try and do better. And are you gonna deal with Jimmy? Because like if you don't, like it'll. What if he knocks another tooth out, and then it'll start all over again? Like honestly.
Okay, so I will answer the Jimmy question first. You know nothing. I know nothing. Jimmy knows nothing. There is no body in the bathroom. None. It is gone. He was never here. People ask about him. You don't know. Do not volunteer that information. It just did not happen. We will try to find him later. You understand? There are too many bodies showing up in our domain. We are being watched. Secondly,
I didn't think about that. I'm really sorry, Art. I didn't mean to. And also, if it helps, I think he had a drug problem.
well, this is what they call the mole of crime. Everybody has a drug problem here, and my drug of choice seems to be chaos. Coco, I understand that you are sorry, and this is good. This is the first step: is admitting we have fucked up. And the second step is to work to not fuck up like that again. And I trust you will be able to do that.
Scout's honor. Promise.
Excellent. Jimmy's problem is something else. What he did last night was inexcusable. Missy and I are in agreement, and we are going to take care of that. We will let you know what we are going to do.
Like, before you do it?
Before we do it, even.
Thanks. That makes me feel like part of the club, then.
There is going to be very much feeling like part of the club. Now that Elysium is over, we are going to take special care. I specifically will take very special care to teach you everything that goes on in our domain and that goes on in a more general sense. Because we have the things the prince wants you to do, we have some things that we need to do that are very important, and we have some things we need to do that are very important for you. But just promise me, no bodies.
No bodies. I promise.
Excellent. Now I also want you to understand. Oh, we are monsters. I get this. I don't expect you to be able to keep that promise 100% of the time. When you fail, if you fail, tell me. I will not judge. I will simply make the problem go away.
You're like better than my last sponsor because like he said that he wouldn't judge, but then like he kind of did, and he never offered to make problems go away. He only wanted to make them like worse. We had to talk about fucking everything. Thanks.
Just remember, your problems are quite literally my problems. So if you have a problem, that means I do, which means I make it go away, which means that we no longer have problems.
Yay! Okay, love this for me. Thanks, Art.
Good. Now, we will talk about hunting and such things later. We shouldn't be doing it so much in the mall, but I have some other ideas I want to specifically run by you later about making this place a little bit less of a hole of shit, okay?
Oh, I would be great at that, and like back when I thought Jimmy was cool and like he said that I should paint around the mall, I started like coming up with some ideas and designs, and I would like to like show you for like different murals and stuff. But I don't think that we should go see Jade because my hands look like fucking this.
So yes, that could be a bit of a problem. I think I might have to make a call and get some advice from someone who suffers the same issues as you are having right now.
I mean, that would be a nice person for me to talk to maybe as well. And in addition to,
I agree.
because like last time it like kind of went away and this time it's not going away. And like I tried to make it go away and then it didn't go away. So what the fuck?
I do not know everything about the gangrel and how you operate on the physical level, but I do know people who do, and I will put you in contact with one of them. And then you may speak with her to your heart's content. And then we have Jade to talk to make her feel better. If you want to just text her and say, yes, I'm fine. I saw your notes. I have been setting up new place to paint. And that is one of the things I want to talk to you about, because I think making an art gallery here would go a long way to starting to turn this place around.
At hearing art gallery, I just freeze, like preternaturally, like frozen, with my eyeballs just as wide as they can get, staring at him, just waiting for whatever else, because that can't be real. Like, I can't be actually like in charge of like a fucking art gallery. Oh my God. I'm going to fill it. It's going to be amazing. Like, seriously the best.
Good. I'm glad you like the idea.
No, like it, love, super love.
Good. That will be the easy one. The harder one will be turning one of the department stores into a 3-story nightclub.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my God. Okay. So like, great. All right. Love it. Okay. Cool. Love. I can get started like whenever. I can make all the plans, and like, my dad like knows contractors or whatever. So that's cool. We got this. Not a problem. I definitely am going to need Jade's help though, probably. And I should FaceTime her. I can't just text her because she'll be like, what the fuck? Who's this number? Like, especially if she's putting her number up around. And if I'm FaceTiming her, then I could probably like hide my hands behind the camera. It'll be fine. It'll totally be fine.
Good. I'm glad we had this chat. Start drawing up an idea for what you would like to do, and then we will talk about how to talk to your father at some point in the future.
He's going to be so fucking excited when he finds out that like I'm going to basically be like a museum curator, and this is going to be great. Okay. Yeah. All right. Thanks. Yay. Squeal. Okay.
Oh, poor Art.
No. This is just as planned. It will be Coco's Malibu Dream Mall, not Jimmy's Crime Mall. Moo-hoo. Ha ha ha.
The camera will fade out on Art and Coco coming downstairs to the food court, where Missy is having one of her little premonitions, one of her little getting herself some answers. Because as Cheshire had said, Octavians have all the answers. They just don't have the questions. And Jimmy, I don't know.
Jimmy's not trying to get things done. Jimmy's hanging out with his pack, getting, security update, chilling, having a smoke, making small talk. What Jimmy does. Jimmy's acting like nothing happened last night.
Because that was last night. It's not important.
Exactly. Plus, we have a meeting coming up to actually figure out what we're doing tonight. Whenever they're ready, they'll come get me.
The worst. Friends.
It's like a job. So much work keeping them in line.
The worst.
Sweet. I want to kill him. I want to drink all of it.
Okay.
Well,
You are welcome to do so. I don't know if I would want to stop you, but
Probably not after the last 24 hours I've had, honestly. Like, I already have monster hands.
and you will drink, and he is limp in your hands, and you can feel his heartbeat starting to get slower and slower and slower. If you truly wish to kill him, you may go ahead and remove all of your hunger dice.
He dead.
The lights aren't on, and there doesn't seem to be anything going on inside. There doesn't seem to be any signs of foul play, but she's not here.
Yeah, Jimmy's gonna look through the door and be a little disappointed that she's not there, but
I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that the bot is down.
bot.
nothing to do at all. But
I mean, a couple of us do have decks. We can pull a card for you.
Yeah, but it gives like the
I know.
description and stuff.
That bot. Oh, I thought you were talking about the Instagram follower bots or something.
Oh,
I have no clue.
Me too.
You are the worst at technology, Jimbo.
Oh God.
Still wish-
just out of sensory range and probably out of habit, he'll just kind of fade from sight.
A question before you go farther. Did you stop by the bathroom?
I don't recall seeing anything else on the TV that suggested somebody else was in there, did I?
How far back would you have gone?
I would have just followed her.
Well, if you're just following her from where she woke up and then walked around, no, you would not have seen anybody unless you rolled back, 15, 20 minutes earlier than that.
In the interest of not metagaming, since I do know what happened as a player, what would I roll to be that paranoid? To, see her go in a bathroom for 5 minutes and then come out? Would I have seen her go in looking pissed and come out looking satisfied type of thing?
Did she go in looking pissed, Coco?
Yeah, well, not comfortable. That's for sure. I'm not good at hiding that.
Sure, so she looked a little distressed in some way, and then coming out, she looked more relaxed, you would say?
I would almost call that wits and awareness.
Sure. Or technology, if you would rather, since you are using your back and forth on your...
That's true.
This Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle is a non-official, fan-created work by the Without a Net podcast. Portions of the materials used in this actual play are the copyrights and trademarks of Paradox Interactive AB and are used with their permission. All rights are reserved. For any further information in those regards, or maybe upcoming releases, you can find them at worldofdarkness.com.